Hey guys, back with another video. This time I thought I'd do another Xbox game. I'm going to be doing, obviously, Brothers in Arms. Just an absolutely amazing game. Still really enjoyable to play today. And has aged pretty good actually. I think the last Xbox game that I did was Call of Duty 2, the big red one. And that game was by Triarch or Tritech. I never know how to pronounce their name, but that game was the best game that they'd ever done. Now this bit here that you're looking at is a bit annoying because you've got Baker doing his monologue, which he does at the beginning of each level, and I thought you could skip, his monologue, because I just wanted to get right into the game. But I know it's just weird because I always thought you could skip it, but apparently not. So at the start of every level, no matter how much you want to just get into the level and get into the action, you have to listen to Baker's monologue. I don't know why, but I suppose it does set the tone of the level and whatnot. And look, I think the graphics in this game just look absolutely amazing. They still look amazing. But yeah, I think I better just say that I'm actually playing this game on the Xbox with the HDMI. Not the HDMI, the component leads. So I'm running this game at 480p. So I mean, even playing this game with SCART cable, I mean, it still looks really, really nice. And yeah, but at 480p, oh man, it looks gorgeous. It really does. I think, I mean, even today, I think, we still go on about graphics, and there's a lot of talk at the moment about next gen and graphics and whatnot. But I still think last gen is still relevant. I mean, when you look at how good this game is, I mean, if this game was released on the Xbox now, I would be pretty impressed. I mean, on the Xbox 360, that is. I'd still be impressed. I'm still impressed with it now. I'm pretty impressed that it hasn't aged really bad. And actually, it looks better than the Brothers in Arms that they did release on the 360. What was it? Hell's Highway. Now that game was I've really had high hopes for that game, but it was an utter letdown. I mean, as just a straight up shooter, it was alright, but for being the third game in the Brothers in Arms series, it should have moved on. I enjoyed the story in it, but the gameplay really hadn't moved along, and the original still stands as the best, which is why I'm doing a video on it. Also, I was going to do a thing where I kept jumping to different levels, just to basically show off the game and just basically to show off the graphics. But I decided just to show one level, just because it gave more of an idea of the gameplay and whatnot. Funnily enough, this is actually my favourite level in the whole game, and I have a lot of fond memories of playing this I actually had it on the PS2, because I never had an Xbox back when last gen was still the current gen. Yeah, I never had an Xbox. I had a PS2. Now there's not a lot of difference between this and the PS2 version, and I gotta admit, I can't. Going back to this, I'm finding that the controls are quite hard to get used to. With the PS2 version, it was a bit. I think it was a bit more natural the way that all the commands worked and how everything was laid out button wise. So I was fine. I was getting a bit confused when playing this as to what buttons did what. So, but you know, the funny thing is, this being my favourite level is the tactics that you have to use for each level. Well, all I can say is it's gone out the window now. I used to be able to play each level. I knew where every single enemy was. I knew exactly what tactics to use. I knew exactly where to send each team, because you've actually got a team that's used for, you know, a base of fire that's just to lay down cover, and then you've got another team which is, you know, like a team that you would use to take to outflank the enemy while they're pinned down. And literally, I had every single level. I could probably no. Well, there's no probably about it. I did speed rush each level. You know, I played the game that much, and I knew the levels like the back of my hands. I knew, like I said, I knew where all the enemies were. I just knew the levels like the back of my hand, and I could speed rush them basically. I suppose that's bad because it showed that the AI was this. You know, there was no variety in the AI, and it was pretty dumb. But I mean, I always enjoyed it. I always enjoyed knowing that I was using superior tactics to get one over on the Germans, because it just felt like a proper tactical first-person shooter. I felt like I actually really did in this game feel like I was commanding a squad. So what they, you know, what Gearbox set out to achieve in this game, they really did achieve it. I love this level. I love the ending bit of this level as well, because there's a farmhouse right at the bottom that's got an MG nest in there, and that's why I couldn't just run down that road. I remember when I first played this game, I just got my teams and I just got them to charge the farmhouse, and they all got mowed down. It's pretty funny. I remember that. That was the first time I played this level. Again, gorgeous looking graphics. But yeah, the when you get to the end and you actually get into that farmhouse and kill all the Germans and take over the MG nest, the Germans actually do counter-attack, and you have to use the MG and mow them all down. It's just a really, really brilliant level. The other things with these levels is that I really liked about this game is that it was based on historical reports, photographs and after action reports. And Sergeant Baker in this game is actually a real guy from World War II. And the events that happen in this game, the levels and the names of the places and the layouts of the levels as well, and the way the battles take place, it's all based on aerial photographs, Baker's after action reports from World War II, and maps. And actually playing through this level, you do actually unlock, you know, Baker's after action reports and various photographs and maps. And I love the way that they based the game on all that, trying to make it as historically accurate as possible. Obviously, you know, in the game you've got bits where, you know, that aren't based on, you know, real things, like a lot of the hedgerows and some of the placements of some of the walls and whatnot. Obviously they're just there just out of design, just to basically just out of game design, just to give you something to get cover behind. It does detract a little from the game doing that, because you know that they weren't there like that during World War II. But I suppose they have to be there in a game design perspective. The only other thing that got on my nerves about this series, and especially the later Hell's Highway game that was on the PS3 and 360, is Baker's meant to be in charge of a squad of 13 men. So why the hell, especially in Hell's Highway, was you never given control over 13 men? I mean, if you look at this, the most you get to control is about 5 men. And I think in Hell's Highway it went up to about 6. I think I'm not quite sure about that. You sure as hell didn't get to control like 13 men. I found that pretty annoying. Because if he's a squad leader, why, really he should be controlling, the whole squad, not just 5 guys. I'd really love them to remake this game, maybe do a HD version of it, but not one of those lazy like HD upscaled versions where they basically just take the game and upscale what's already there into HD, because that's a bit lame. If they redid all the graphics and tweaked the AI, that would be really good. I'd really like to see that done. Now, I never actually got to this farmhouse because I ran out of bullets and I didn't know how to get my pistol out, so I kind of ended the game right there. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video, guys, and until next time.